That's why I didn't hear my mic. What's good is the 10A podcast, and we are back. I took a few days off. I apologize to those that were watching, but you know how that goes. Yeah, we are here. A lot to talk about, a lot to catch up on. We're waiting on my guys to come on, Jamel Herring, as well as Christine. But as we wait, I'll basically continue the show until they come on. But a lot to go on. What's good, Ray? Big time. Laila Ali trolling the great, the GWOAT. Shakur versus Teofimo, and then we got Leanna Cruz, one of my favorite fighters, coming on at 10 o'clock. There's a lot to cover, a lot of things. Kenny Ellis makes some comments. Calvin Ford, Edgar Berlanga sighting. We have a lot to cover and more after this intro. And I got to change the intro, but whatever. Oh, I don't care. I love that intro. I truly love that intro. We are about a month away from the Canelo mega fight versus Terrence Crawford. I'm super geeked for that. I don't know if there's any fights this weekend. Anybody in the chat want to let me know? But I'm going to be retweeting this right now. Julius, what up? Ramirez Boxing 24/7, what up? Sheldon, what up? Oh my God, I didn't. I've been sick the last couple of days. When I don't do a show, I feel horrible for the fans that tune in. There's a lot of people watch the show. A lot of people rely on us, but I will be doing the show earlier from here on out due to scheduling. So we're going to be doing that Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, of course, 9 a.m. Eastern time, 8 a.m. I think Central for Christine. But yeah, we're going to be doing it a little bit earlier, but we're also going to be giving you more. I feel like we were running out of time as well on these shows. So, Roy Jones has a card tonight on YouTube? Jesus Christ. That's crazy. I didn't even know that. That's terrible. What the fuck's going on over here? Jesus Christ. But, yeah. So Roy Jones does have a card tonight on YouTube. So there you go. No, it's all right, Sheldon. I have a responsibility for you guys, and we want to continue to grow the show. There's been some interesting elements coming out. We had a Edgar Berlanga sighting as well. I'm gonna play that real quick just to start off the show.
It's outside of score when he thinks. I'm told he's he just whisking by inch. Learned a lot.
At the fight several times. Fourth.
Berlanga. I've seen about you have
of the other.
I'm a troll when you're boxing. That's the type of force that
to the side. Easily seen.
Area once it got hit with
Trunk's sake.
Great movie, just the money is.
What about it was for? He's the scene on the Super Big. Although it's Berlanga was the one who on the top of Shirazi. Killed Count Shiraz.
Definitely. Berlanga.
Well, so Edgar Berlanga has been putting out these videos. One was that he was on the beach. Another one, him trolling or singing with his wife. And now this video basically saying, "I'll be back." Cool. A lot of people feel as if Berlanga has ran his course, to be honest with you. Unfortunately for him. But he's doing these blogs, basically, saying I was winning this fight till whatnot. And then we've heard the rumors about him trying, with the raps and all that, and possibly taking action in regards to that. You know what I mean? In regards to possible lawsuit, I've heard stuff like that throughout the whispers, throughout the industry. And I don't know. It's a weird situation. It seems like right now he's taking a different approach where he's like, you know what, I'll be back. I was winning that fight till that happened. Uh, you know, so that's what I'm hearing. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. I mean, hold on a second. I don't really put too much into it. I mean, I feel like they're trying to bring him back, but it's going to be a tough journey moving forward. I'm glad to see he's in good spirits and trying to figure it out. But in order for Edgar to come back, he's really going to need a big win. And the sad part for Edgar, it can't be a um, it can't be just a Manteca. It can't be one of those guys. It has to be, in my opinion, a Caleb Plant, somebody, Steven Nelson, somebody that people respect out there, somebody with some type of buzz, and he's gonna have to humble himself and kind of be a undercard as well and be impressive. He needs one of those wins, and I feel as if at this point, just do boxing. What up? At this point, that's what he's dealing with. He's trying to bring himself back. His last 2 out of 3 opponents. I mean, I was not impressed by the Canelo fight. Be honest with you. You know what I mean? But this is what we're getting right now. So, can Edgar come back? That's the big question. And at this point, they're trying to figure it out. And Edgar is putting out these videos to where, I guess he's motivated and saying, "Listen, I'll be back." Do you guys believe he'll be back? It's a very tough outing. My man Ramirez says, "What about Gabe Rosado?" I don't think it's a big win for him. And no disrespect to Gabe, I think he's past the Gabe situation. I think he beats Gabe. People are going to say Gabe is washed up or he's older or whatnot. I don't think it's a big fight. I think it would have been a big fight a while ago, but now I don't think so. I think he needs a very good win. I mean, maybe he can start off with a Gabe Rosado, and he's got to be impressive. He's got to go out there and win these fights, but he just doesn't look. He doesn't look good. I mean, I wasn't really impressed. People are like, oh, he was winning the first few rounds. I feel like he was getting set up the whole time, to be honest with you. He can fight Cans from now, then fight Play. No, Ray, he can't fight Cans. People are done with him fighting Cans. It's to the point where he has to do what he needs to do. Fighting Cans is out of the question right now. You know what I mean? It is totally, completely out of the question. You know what I mean? That's what he's been doing pretty much his entire career. And when he was faced with a step up, he didn't do well. And that's just being honest. And not only did he do well, he got knocked out at 4 or 5 rounds. So when we're talking about Edgar, he needs is he going to be a stepping stone at this point? Is he going to be a fill-in? I mean, he needs a very big win. And what he looked at with Shariz, I think he looked terrible. Some may disagree. Some may say it's the raps. Some may say it's this. I mean, listen, until proven guilty, there is nothing to do with raps. There is no raps. I mean, I don't really believe it. I think all that talk has pretty much it's been put out. It's done. There's no more talks of that until something were to happen. You know what I mean? Christine will be coming on in about 2 minutes. I apologize, but all that talk of that is done. So he needs to do something ASAP. I mean, he needs to definitely get himself going again. He needs to get the train moving, and it's unfortunate, but this is how he's looked at right now. Can Edgar make the necessary transition? You know what I mean? He's in a tough spot, man. I feel for him right now. I truly feel for him. And I will say this. He's going to find out who's really in his corner at this point. He's going to find out who really believes in Edgar. This is definitely going to be a trying time for him. There's not a lot of people that hang around, guys that ain't whatever. Just Do Boxing says it seems like those 16 first-round KOs have stunted his growth to a degree. I think matchmaking can be his best friend. Just Do matchmaking was his best friend, and that's how he got a deal. Going 16-0. A lot of people believe that he did lose. That might have hurt him, because if you think about it, 16 fights in 16 rounds, it's not a lot of work. It really isn't a lot of work, and as you see Edgar going into fights and going deeper into fights, he just doesn't look good. And he gets exposed. If he doesn't take you out early, he gets exposed. And to be honest, what was his biggest victory? So he's in a really tough situation right now in regards to trying to make a comeback. And, I feel for him. I truly feel for him right now. Hold on a second. Hold on. My man Jamel Herring, I think, is in the building. Oh, there it is. Jamel, what up? Christine.
What's
Good
up?
morning.
Good morning, guys. How are y'all?
I don't know. I know Christine just at 9 o'clock in the morning. She can't get Jamel doesn't wake. I don't know what's going on.
Norbs, he changes the times all the time, last second.
I
expect us to be ready.
I thought he said 10.
No,
Thank you.
Jamel, I specifically spoke to you yesterday. I said, Jamel, a lot to cover, right?
Yeah, my alarm just went off like 2 minutes ago. I'm like,
I said there's a lot to cover. We've been off a few days. Monday, Christine, I don't know what she did, but and then Wednesday, I think it was all of us. But
yeah.
And I said we got a lot to cover, and then Leanne's gonna come on at 10. So that's why I was
got you.
But I was talking about Edgar Berlanga's been putting out these videos to where it's kind of weird, just like him doing better, like his highlights of the fight versus Shiraz, him trolling people, saying I'll be back. I'm just kind of like, bro, like, and we're talking about it like people are like, oh, he can fight some cans and get back. No, I think he's in a position where, bro, like, if he doesn't fight a big name and get a win, he's completely.
He's supposed to do what he's doing. He needs to stay in the public eye and keep us talking about him like we're doing now. He's supposed to do that.
I mean, I don't know. I'll be honest. I think he needs to just get in the gym, right? The trolling. This is the thing. This is something that trolling does. It puts you in a position where you got to put up or shut up, right? It makes you a bad guy, and he's not a good. I mean, he's a good bad guy for promotion, but he's not a great enough fighter to be a bad guy. You got to be a great fighter.
But he believes he's great, so he's gonna do what he's got to do.
Christine, I believe I'm skinny. Am I skinny? No, I'm sorry.
I'm a billionaire.
I just needs to get in the goddamn gym and figure it out, man. And honestly,
maybe he's trolling in between rounds. You don't know that.
Rounds? What? What do you mean?
I'm just saying. Maybe he's in the gym.
Yeah, I don't know about that. It doesn't seem like he's in the gym, to be honest. Moving forward, since you guys came late, I love trolling. I think this is right up Christine's alley, because Christine likes to troll, and recently got into it.
Not.
She got into it with her best friend, then apologized.
What the fuck you gonna do?
We're gonna talk about it. But Laila Ali,
many of you who are poking around waiting for me to give you an answer, the answer is yes. I am going to answer your question when I'm good and ready to do it. Because you know what? Nobody calls shots on me. I do things when and how and where I like to do them. Bye. Love you guys.
First and foremost,
that's right.
First and foremost, Laila Ali and Felicia Rashad are probably two of the most beautiful older women I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Hold on, like Laila ain't that old though, bro.
That's what she reminds me of.
That's
right.
But I'm saying that's what she reminds me of.
Norbs. She's like my age or a year younger. Don't do it. I'm
like
Rashad's age. She's my mama's age.
That's what I'm saying. Like Felicia Rashad, old enough to be everybody here, mother-in-law in here. Like
I love Laila Ali. I love how she's
47. She's younger than me.
She is 47. But I love the way she's
Felicia like 70 something.
You know what I love about it? She didn't apologize. She's just going right at Claressa.
She's her own boss. You
Yeah.
know, we got two. We
All right,
got two
man.
bosses.
That shit done and over with. And I respect Layla for like at the end of the day, that's like it's just done and over with. Um, with boxing, everyone's window of opportunity is small. You know what I'm saying? Don't matter who you are, because like I said, you might miss out on something waiting on a certain or specific fighter. So like all that waiting it kills the game. So I mean, and like we pointed out before, man, Layla ain't been in the ring in 18 years. 18 years. My son just graduated. He just turned 18 on the 6th.
Right.
Like he just turned 18 2 days ago, yo.
So hold on.
But
You're
you know
saying
what,
that
Jamel? You know what, Jamel? You know what, Norbs? If they would have decided to do it, I wouldn't have been mad. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they are both bosses and everything's on their own terms. And if they want to make that money, make that money. But I like this, what she's doing. I like this. She knows herself. And she's not going to let somebody bully her. You know, I like the way she's carrying herself. She's very classy boss. I like it.
I like some of what I like. I agree with you. I like it. Like she's kind of like, but at the same time, she's 47 years old. If this fight is going to happen, it has to happen soon. And I think Jamel is right in regards
Maybe
to.
it is. And
It's
she's
not
just like,
happening.
but I'm
It
going to
ain't-
tell
it
you
ain't- yeah.
when it is.
My thing is if 15 million or whatever the numbers out there can't move you, it's not happening.
I don't think the numbers are realistic. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't.
I'm saying though, that's point, but that should tell you right there. Even if a 2-3 million not gonna move you, it's not happening.
I don't think she's starving for money either. She's
Nah,
got very
she's living
successful
good.
businesses.
I seen how she was living. She living good. That's what I'm
She's got
saying.
good
Like,
stuff going on.
No, but you know what? I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go back to Christine's blog. Christine puts out a blog right recently. No. This is a good point. Hold on.
Okay.
Christine puts out a blog where she says, and it was a really good blog. It kind of went viral on the internet, where she says her who she believes is the best fighter in the world is Katie Taylor. But the one thing that stuck out for
I
me,
didn't say the best in the world. What I said was the best between the two options that you gave me.
so you think somebody's better than
This
either
is how
one of
you
them?
get me in trouble.
Is there somebody better than either one of them?
There's a lot up there that are pretty fucking amazing that haven't
Better than
gotten
Katie Taylor,
opportunities.
Claressa. So let me go to my point.
Okay.
So she says in the video, she says Katie, right, has had the luxury of being in a better division, right? So I say that to say this.
Yes.
Clarissa's under a lot of pressure because, to be honest, what if she was to retire today, right? Who could she hang her hat on? What is the iconic fight for her? And people always bring up Roy Jones, but he still had James Toney. He still had Bernard Hopkins. There is nobody with name recognition on Clarissa's resume.
But, I mean, the only one close is Savannah Marshall.
100%. But that's what I'm saying. I think
see, like this is why I don't feel like getting attacked this Friday. So let's pull up.
Jamel, this is what we do.
Let's pull up. Let's pull up. Okay, yeah, we got Savannah Marshall. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Remember though. Also, people made a big deal about her and Christina Hammer. Just because she made it look like it was one-sided or whatever you may want to put it.
True, you're right.
Can't take that away from her.
Okay, you know what? Hannah Gabriel.
Hannah Gabriel.
And she got back up and dominated her. Yes.
Okay, so but think about this: are any of those names bigger than
Shakur Cruz?
Cruz?
You know what I'm saying? And that was off the rip of the debut.
But in terms of name recognition, most people don't know. People, and the reason I'm bringing that up is because Laila Ali would be the biggest name she has ever fought, and I feel like she wants to push it.
I mean, of course that, but we can't sit there and say that she ain't got no names on her resume though, because she
superstar names. No, I think it does. I think it weighs.
Like I said, man, Shakur Cruz, Hannah Gabriel's. For Christina Hammer, like
Savannah Marshall,
most people don't know who these people are. Most people don't. If you say Laila Ali, you say Christina Hammer, people are gonna be like, "What?" It's completely different.
Christina Hammer got a big following in Europe, though.
Yeah, she does.
But what I'm saying is, I feel like
Europeans count for something.
Listen,
boxing, they count for something. You see the UK alone, we bring them to the UK.
Yeah,
the UK is awesome. But what I'm saying is, I feel like she is under more pressure to get a mega fight because she's pushing. I'm the GOAT. I'm the biggest, whatever, and she has not met her match in regards to something like that. Like if she somehow.
Hey, for one, Hannah, Savannah Marshall was a big deal because you know why? Savannah Marshall's the only woman to defeat her amateur or pro.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
The
yes.
only, and like I said,
That's
Savannah.
right.
And listen, let's be. If we want to do history, if
She got
Savannah
her big
Marshall,
back.
if Savannah Marshall didn't qualify when she did, I think what in the 2012 or 2012 Olympics, Claressa may have never had a chance to even go to the Olympics because of that one blemish on her career. So we can't sit there and say like Savannah Marshall wasn't a big deal because like again, Claressa had to go over there to fight Savannah Marshall.
Yeah,
And I,
that's true.
She couldn't
what
even
I'm saying
she
is
couldn't
this:
even she didn't have the option to fight her in the state. She had to go over there to get that fight.
I'm not saying they're not notable wins, Jamel, but name recognition wise, we're talking about Pepsi, Coca-Cola, and we're talking about RC Cola. Nobody cares about RC Cola.
You were talking
They
about
want a big
recognition.
name.
I love Laila Ali, but Laila Ali's name recognition is from one. Okay, yes, we give
There's
her credit
nothing.
for what she done, but that
Yeah,
was like 2 decades ago.
I
And
agree.
her father's last name
I,
recognition.
I agree,
She
but
is,
this
she
is
is
what
her
I'm saying.
father's daughter.
No,
I
I'm
would say
with you.
just like Jake Paul when he fought Mike Tyson in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, people be like, "Damn, Jake Paul fought Mike Tyson." So I can see what you're saying as far as that.
And they're gonna have,
When she
and then
gets
they're
that
gonna
name,
have us though. They're gonna have us be like, hold up, he fought Tyson
no, you're
at
right.
60
No,
years old.
Yeah,
no, you're right. You're right. But
Tyson's 70 right now.
it looks good on paper. So
yeah,
I see what you're saying, Norbs, as far as that. Like,
yeah.
okay, she fought Layla Ali and she defeated Layla Ali, or whatever. Yeah, I can see that later on in history. But for right now,
Jamel, and to your point, Christine, for some, I get what you're saying, but she cares. She doesn't care who says anything. Claressa will be there to respond, and her pit bull will be right next to her to respond. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. It bothers her. It definitely eats at her that she can't get somebody that's gonna give her big moment in once she retires. And I think that's the point.
It's not that. It's not. It's like honestly, before let's be real. Before all this Katie and Serrano when these
Yeah,
matches started happening, it's no one was really complaining about what Claressa who she was fighting, unless people didn't like her, and then they started they started dissecting like when they kept basically trying to compare when they kept trying to compare women's boxing to the how hard it is for men to be undisputed. Remember
right?
that was always her biggest argument. Also,
Yes, it was.
like oh you're comparing yourself with these men, but
But the
but the
journey,
competition
the
is harder.
path is not the same.
Yeah, that. But now though that you see women having competitive fights like
Yes,
Katie and Serrano, now
yes,
they're focusing on more on that in terms of okay, in women's like who in boxing, who did you fight and yada yada yada. So it's like she'll like I don't know. She probably won't be the. She
I hear
probably
what you're saying.
she will probably listen. She will probably be one of those fighters that will get their just due years after it's all said and done. At this
No,
point.
absolutely. But think about
If she doesn't get that huge name, but like that's just Claressa has been dealing with scrutiny. Like I said, she basically was competing with men at one point in terms of her resume, whatever. In terms, saying who she fought and like how hard it is compared from men to women. What's up, Kano, man? I
Kyle.
forget about you too, Kano, brother. I ain't forget about you. But now she's dealing with okay. Now she needs her mega super fight
yeah.
like a Katie and Serrano to to
Yeah,
validate why she's the GOAT in this, that, and the third. So she's always fighting and competing against something or somebody more than the opponents that she faces across the ring.
Absolutely. Listen, her two biggest people that people want to see her fight right now, and this is just being honest, this is how shitty her division is, right? Is Layla Ali and Remy Ma. Those are the two people want to see her fight. Nobody wants anybody else in her division. These are facts. That's what's getting her. And she's playing the Jake Paul game. She's loving the internet. She's trolling. She's doing things. Those are the two biggest matchups. And it's unfortunate for somebody as talented as Claressa, as dominant as Claressa. And I'm not saying nothing bad, but she is definitely clamoring someone to at least get.
So where's your stance on that, girl? Before you was against the whole Layla
I am
Ali.
totally
yes, you
against
were.
it.
Yes,
I
I
am.
don't want to say that, but yeah.
I'm not saying I want to see her fight Layla Ali, but what I'm saying is
But me and Christine was trying to tell you also just like 2 weeks ago that the name will carry the name. Okay, I get it. The name itself will carry more than maybe we had a fight will play out and look.
Yeah.
Me and Christine was saying there's nothing wrong with having that name because it's going to at least draw attention.
Exactly.
I just said I don't want to see the fight.
Professional boxing, it's all about business. It's all about draw. It's all about who's the biggest draw. We can debate afterwards about, you know what I'm saying, the competition, whatever. But for the time being, to the build up, it's all about drawing and put asses in seats. Promoters don't really care as long as they'll say they get something on the back end, and they, you know what I'm saying, from what they putting in to this promotion.
It's a boxing show for a reason.
I'm not changing my stance that I don't want to see the fight. What I was simply stating was Claressa is pushing for these names because people are going to critique that she didn't have a superstar to match it. But let's move forward on that. Shout out to Laila. You are so fine, girl. I ain't gonna lie. Look at this.
Got out of the gym, tired as hell. Let's give that some 411. Jared Anderson has officially pulled out of the fight. We all seen it coming though. I guess there's some beef going on over there in Top Rank, and added to that, he's been getting high like a motherfucker last month.
Hey,
so, yeah, Jared Anderson pulled out the fight. So they're looking for another place opponent. I ain't gonna lie, I'm sick right now, but we kind of figured that Jared was gonna pull that shit.
Can I just say that the original Big Baby should have used allegedly at least twice in that statement? Just saying. Bro, you got to protect yourself. Don't get sued.
Well, Jared Anderson has, I'm not going to say allegedly, he pissed off Bob Arum Top Rank.
No, allegedly that there's trouble, and allegedly he's getting high. You can't just put that out there. You have to say allegedly. You can't just say this is a fact.
The getting high part, yeah, definitely. But Bob Arum being pissed, he made these statements. He was very upset that Jared Anderson took that money and got his ass killed when Top Rank was building him. That's a fact. Top Rank and him has definitely have been at odds ever since he took that fight. Shout out to Kane Beastie for the donation. He says, "Clear's the decision. Laila is past her prime. Won't have the same power for 20 years ago." No, she's getting knocked out. Laila, I love you, but chill. But
I don't know about being knocked out,
She's
but
not
she
getting
definitely,
knocked out.
she definitely might take a one-sided. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she's not getting knocked out.
Well, no, I don't agree with that.
But Ken, you made a good point. That is true though. Like, how many people you know? How many fighters you know carry the same power? The power alone. Not even, we're not talking about speed or reflexes or conditioning and stamina. How many fighters out there is carrying the same tools after 20 years? They always say power is the last thing to go.
That's what I was gonna say. Stamina and speed, no, but strength is still there.
Listen, what do we think about Jared Anderson? Big Baby's comments on Jared Anderson.
I mean, I don't know. I kind of seen when they had the little face off back with a month or so ago, whatever. That I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? My feeling wasn't strong and keen about it happening to begin with, man. You know what I mean? We see why. We see now. We see now that it's not happening. You know? And I think, like I said, Jared, that's my guy. But I just think his head is not into it. He don't have like. We've seen a glimpse of it when he had that whole interview and spending time with Roy Jones when they kept pulling that clip, whatever, and people was trying to make fun of him about it, whatever. He says only 23 at the time, and this, that, and the third. But we've seen it like in Jared, and then he's also made it very known that he's basically in boxing right now to get his money and get out. So like I don't think Jared really has the hunger. Not saying he can't do it or compete at that level, but if you're not hungry for it and you're not motivated, you're not gonna give your all. You're not gonna give your best.
It's too dangerous of a sport, especially at this level, to do it for a job and for a paycheck. It's too dangerous. And like Jamel said, his head's not in it. He's been talking about retiring before he retired. He's been talking about like not really feeling it, before fights, and not wanting to stay in too long. We've seen it. If you watch, we've seen it, how he's just like falling away from it. So don't sign the contract. It's okay. It doesn't matter what people say. Go live your life. I don't want to see anybody die in the ring.
So Turkey Alley destroyed him. I just want to.
I don't think. Listen, I'm
like
not.
That.
Yeah, he been there like that. Like I said, he was like that.
Watch the lead up. He's been like that. He
That's
was
what I'm
out of it
saying.
before he was all the way in it.
No, well, I just wanted to address that. That's what happened.
And again, I think. Listen, I'm not gonna say Turkey ruined him, but I think Turkey was giving him an opportunity that he was looking for the reason why he was in boxing. Like I said, he always says that he's in it to get his money and get out. And Turkey Cheek presented him with money that he felt that he couldn't refuse. He took the you know what I'm saying, the fight. Whatever happened, it happened.
Yeah.
But in terms of where as hard as that with boxing, he's just not in it like that.
No, and I think he has a daughter now, and you know he's young still. He can do something else.
Well, you know, hopefully he's smoking some good ganja, like how this man said. I'm just saying, my man Kenny Ellis and Calvin Ford had some interesting comments recently on the legendary Gervonta Davis. People don't know what's going on with Gervonta, but Kenny Ellis said this.
Tank not paying their Calvin. Each and every time I worked that corner with Tank, Tank took care of me. And he's going to continue to take care of me. Tank is family for life. Yeah. And it wasn't you that started the Southpaw. It started a couple years ago with the Vegas Rat. But in Baltimore, we don't count other men's pockets. I don't care if he's a billionaire. I'm not counting his pockets. But Tank has always taken care of us, and he's going to continue to take care of us. So y'all need to stop that narrative.
Camp is in disarray, man. Gervonta's camp, I don't know what's going on over the last 2 years. From Kenny Ellis getting demoted to the spit bucket guy, whatever it was, the cut man.
Whoa, chill. We're not gonna do that to my man, Coach Kenny. I mean,
no, he didn't get demoted.
I don't know, but I'm just saying that's my man, Coach Kenny.
Oh, no disrespect, Kenny. I
mean, even though I was gonna get on him because he's wearing the Ronald McDonald pants just now, or whatever. But we're not gonna say he got demoted.
All I could focus on was the trash bag on the sidewalk. I'm like, somebody pick up that trash. Don't litter, please. That's all I could focus on.
I like Kenny, but nothing positive has been coming out of that camp, especially in regards to their training.
Oh, man, look what he's going through. What you like? Yes, everything's in disarray, man. But like I say, your personal life, you have to take care of before you even do anything else outside of that. You know what I mean? Like, boxing, again, we gotta remember boxing is just a sport. It's a sport. Yes, we love it, we live it, but at the same time, you gotta take care of your personal life before you even, and that includes the whatever you got going on with your team as well. You gotta take care of that stuff outside the ring. Like it won't work unless everyone's on the same page. And like you pointed out, Norm, yes, everyone's like disarray and whatever, but I can't, like I said, man, Gervonta is only one person in boxing. Man. I can't sit here and focus. You know what I'm saying, every other day, and you know what I'm saying, we get on here about what Tank is doing. Because even like you pointed out, like with these fighters within the sport, stop waiting on a Gervonta Davis fight or payday, whatever we want to call it. Like I said, Gervonta Davis is one person. I get it. He's a draw. He's great at what he does. He brings excitement, but at the same time, he got a lot of shit going on. He got things that he needs to handle. You know what I'm saying, in his personal life. And think about it. We don't know how much of whatever he's going through. All we get is a small piece from the story and headlines. We don't know what else that man's going through.
Can I say this real quick? Just real quick. I love the way. So the way this team is moving right now, publicly and behind the scenes, they're solid. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever goes on, they're not going to let people know on the outside, and they shouldn't. They keep it private. They're solid. They're loyal. Whether they've been paid, not get paid, they're gonna tell us. Like they are solid. They get taken care of.
So and they're still defending him. And they're still defending him.
Listen.
Problem.
So let me pose this question to you guys. Couldn't this all be avoided if Tank would have just addressed it from the beginning? Like,
what if he's not prepared to do that mentally or emotionally?
Then you leave all of the people.
I love it, but like I said, I know this man. I've known this man since he was a kid. Like he's like, when have you ever seen Tank address anything and like just publicly about what was going on with him?
But it leaves it open.
Some people don't have the mindset or care to do so.
Yeah, there's sometimes I don't want to get out the bed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we all go through shit.
No, I hear you, but this is the thing. When you're Tank Davis, you have a certain responsibility to the public. I know people don't want to admit that, but it's the facts.
He's not, he don't like that.
No, I hear what you're saying, but when you're a superstar like that and you make a drastic change, like making Calvin Ford the number 2 guy in the corner and then bringing down Kenny, I think, to cut man, then it looks like there's an issue. If you would have addressed that from the beginning, these guys wouldn't be out there having to answer these questions.
Christine, you can chime in on this. He keeps saying, I get it, Norris. You keep saying that Kenny's been knocked down to cut man, but what's still say that in the gym wise, what's to say that he's not still working with Kenny on perfecting his craft?
He is.
And maybe Kenny said, you know what, I'm going to take this role. This is where I want to be. We don't know what went on. We see something and we make it our whatever, our truth. Okay. And because he hasn't spoken on it, well, he doesn't have to. I was going to say he's not the president, but the president don't even speak on shit either. But he doesn't have to speak on anything he doesn't want to speak on.
Okay.
You want to answer that question? You want to answer that question right there, Christine?
Which one? Which one?
The one's on the screen.
Oh, okay. What do you think about the concept of camps in general? Seems similar to music labels. Do you see trouble these camps are having could lead to more independent risings? The thing is there's no perfect situations. There's troubles in camps, but you don't talk about it outside the camp. You just try to fix it within the inside. People can speculate and say what they want to say. The more independent risings, I don't know. I mean, it just depends on the situation, depends on the camp. I don't think this is happening here. You see these guys, you see the coaches, they're talking, they're sticking up for their guy, which they should. They're solid. What do you see about the concept of camps in general? No, I mean, what do you mean? I don't understand. I don't really understand. What do you think about the concepts of camps in general? You got to have camps.
I don't know why we just deferred to that question, but I was
going to see what y'all were going to say. Like, I get where Jay's coming from. I think it's just maybe the wrong comparison. But like, you definitely need these camps. But you definitely need to have your team. Like, you know what I'm saying, like your music, like a music label. Well, you need to have everybody on the same damn page. If everybody's not on the same page, nothing's ever going to work. And I think somebody said in the comments, like, they've been having issues like this for the past couple of years. And at one point in time, we was cool with it because Tank was still going in there and doing what Tank does. So everybody was like, oh, Tank beefing with Calvin today, whatever. But we still expected Tank to go in there and do what he do.
And things do happen. It's like a family. You have arguments. It's like a marriage. You have argument. It's like, but you just in the public, you work it out.
I hear what you're saying, but listen, you're a fighter, right? And you're a trainer. Let's just say Chicken came out and said, hey, Christine, you going from head coach to the second person, or even Jamel, how would Bomac take it if you put him down to the second seat and never made a statement?
Bomac ain't doing that.
Nah,
even though in real talk, it really.
But that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
Really bothered with that group because sometimes if you look, sometimes you see Saul in the ring giving instructions.
Yeah.
Sometimes my man Red will be giving instructions. Right. So like that, I mean, I can't go up there with that, but I get what you're saying because Bomac is, saying that the head of the pack. Don't get me wrong. But at the same time, we treat everybody because again, he has 3 different trainers because 2 other trainers. Well, you got to come my man Bernie also now because sometimes we all see different things that we may be catching on, and that's when we all put together and make it work that way. But
yeah.
Like I said again, man, it has to start. Matter of fact, everybody has to be on the same page before you even start, Ken. We all, I'm saying, simple as that.
And I mean, if that was happening, definitely we're gonna have a sit down because we're gonna figure out if this is the best route. If it's the best route for somebody else, whoever it would be, to be head coach, it doesn't really matter because the training's the same. Whoever's in the ring is just giving the instruction.
They're in that gym. You're going to work with them. You're going to work with that. It doesn't matter what role they play in that corner on Fight Night at times because at the same time, you're going to hear, listen, Bomac could be the lead, trainer with me, but I can hear instructions from Red. I hear instructions from Sawu. I hear instructions from Bud, sitting ringside. So like I said, again, and it's like, it's familiar. As long as you have those familiar voices within that corner, I don't really care. Sometimes fighters don't really care who exactly is the guy.
No.
Yeah, but
as long as they get that, as long as they get the same results and work within camp going into that fight, some fighters don't care.
And the fighter has to not not worry about what the outside masses think. I mean, they got to concentrate on the fight, what's going on. They got to worry about that, and then they got to worry about what people are speculating too. That's a lot, and some people can't take it, and that's why maybe
But
we
you could have
haven't heard
nipped
from
it in the
him.
bud. This is what I'm saying.
Okay, but no, we're saying on top of that though, you're not looking at the other side of it, bro. If the trainer themselves are cool with being in that new position, who are we to complain about it? I mean,
You can tell they were
like, yo, if the trainer,
how awkward
say
was it?
the trainer could be like, yo, you know what? I'm not doing that. Best of luck to you. I wish you nothing but the best. You know what I'm saying? In your
You
future,
think it was
yeah,
cool?
get going. But they
He didn't even
choose.
show up to the presser the first time. Come on, let's be honest at this point.
Maybe he had something to do with his family. You don't
Yeah,
know. We don't know.
okay. Come on.
But he was in the corner, right? But he was in the corner, right? He was in the corner, right? He was in the corner, though, right?
And what was he doing in the corner? If you guys recall, he was kind of shrugging
I'm
him
pretty
off.
sure, but I'm pretty sure he was in camp, though. I'm pretty sure he just didn't say, all right, Barry, my man, Barry Hunter's going to do all the work. I'll just show a fight night. I don't think that's not how Calvin works.
I'm with my man Kevin. That tank camp isn't right. No, I'm just right. Thank you.
What the fuck you gonna do?
How you gonna tell a man he got demoted after all these years?
I don't have the inside scoop, so I don't know.
Exactly.
I can't speak on it.
I can't speak on it. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the agreement was. But at the end of the day, those decisions, who takes the bigger hit? The trainers or the fighter? The fighter. The fighter gets hit first. So at the end of the day, whatever Gervonta decides to do, he has to live with the decision because no one's gonna look. Yo, when somebody has a fight, when somebody like Christine put on, let's say, well, like Tyson and Jake Paul, 10 years from now, no one's gonna remember who the hell was in Tyson's or Jake Paul's corner. They're gonna just look at, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna look at the two individuals in the ring and be like, that fight looked like shit. They're not gonna be like, well, at that time though, I think his corner was going through some shit, and yeah. It always falls on the fighter at the end of the day. So whatever Tank decides to do with his team, that's going to fall on him at the end of the day.
All right, guys. The guest of the hour is on. I'm about to bring her on right now. Yeah, what's good, girl?
Hi, it's Leanna.
Leanna, I'm sorry.
It was Leanna. How are
you?
you?
You don't see. He didn't read that ad at the end of the day.
Okay. I get that so often.
That's what I call it. I mean. So first of all, I got a bone to pick with you, Leanna. I've been chasing this interview for like a year, like literally for like a year.
Okay. I know, because I went back and forth with you. I feel like multiple times.
Yes, it's all good. I'm a fan. What's good, Leanna? Welcome. It's Jamal Herring, Christine. What's up, girl?
Hi, I'm so happy to be here, and so sorry it took me so long to get on here.
Leanna, he wasn't on the radar. It's okay, you can tell us he was not on the radar.
Sometimes I just get so caught up, and my ADHD is so bad, and even when I'm talking about something, sometimes I'll just forget where I was going with the conversation.
The same way.
You know what I mean? So that's all that happened.
I'm definitely the same way.
First of all, how's the knee? I've seen recently you've been walking around with I don't know if it's crutches or whatnot. How is the knee?
I'm on my laptop, so the best I can show you, this is my setup right now.
Okay.
Oh, like that. But I'm cool. Today was the first day I got myself dressed. I made myself coffee. I went up and down the steps by myself.
Good for you.
I'm 8 days post-op, and this is the strongest I felt. And every day is definitely a battle. But when you're a fighter, you're kind of used to facing adversity. It's a matter of the type of adversity you kind of got to get over. So it's just another way for me to show who I am.
Leanna, for those that don't know how that happened, because there's some people on here that, they call themselves boxing fans, but I don't know. So please let everyone know that does not know what happened to your knee, what happened. And congratulations on the win, though.
Well, the first round of my last fight, I remember slipping a right hand and trying to come back with a hook. And when I went back to throw a hook, my knee kind of just gave out. I heard a crazy snap and pop. I don't know if the cameras caught it, but I actually mouthed to my boyfriend in the crowd, my knee. That was the first thing I said. So, but
first round.
But I was the main event, and I have a team that has put so much into me, and I'll be damned if I let that beat me. And I think everybody has to understand it's always you versus you until it really comes down to it being you versus you. Like, am I going to be the one to pull out? And, when my back's against the wall, like I tighten up. I'm not going to fold. It doesn't matter the circumstances. Like I'm going to find a way and I'm going to figure it out. And, if you know me as a fighter, I didn't fight my fight. I fought the fight that I had to fight. And, I had to dig deep. And, I'm kind of glad that I had that performance because, if I would have been 100% like I was my camp, I would have made her look stupid and everyone would have been like, why is she fighting her? Like, and I would have dominated her. So it's like one or the other, but it's like, I can show people that I can go down and it can look, however, I know the truth. And clearly the evidence speaks for itself.
Absolutely.
Like what it is, but still kudos to Regina Chavez because regardless, like throughout the camp, she brought out a whole different side of me, and I grew so much as a person just because I was fighting her, and I really looked at her as the champion in my division, and I had a lot of respect for her because she's been in the game for a while, and she's been fucked over, so I wasn't trying to demean her like throughout the camp or too much. Yeah, but at the same time, I knew there's levels to it, and I knew I was better, and I'm a competitive person, and I actually take when they sign those contracts very personal.
Yeah.
Just because it's like you think you can beat me and you're trying to take food off my plate, and
I love it.
I don't like that. But after, it was all love. I spoke to her after, and I told her just what I said to you guys. I said, you made me grow so much as a person, and thank you.
You know what's crazy? Watching that performance, the first thing I thought was Dog and Kobe Bryant, right? And I don't know if you guys remember when Kobe popped his Achilles tendon, right? He gets up, he walks to the free throw line, shoots the shot, and then walks to the bench. I was like, 12 rounds on a knee that you tore up is absolutely insane. Well, we've watched numerous boxers, I don't want to say no name, quit in recent memory. And I was just like, this is Puerto Rico's next star. I love this girl.
Women are built different. Women are built different.
Yes.
Leanna, he'll always use
examples. Should have had that one in there. I
don't watch it.
I just kept it over here. I'm like,
no, girls, we
do what they do over there. I had nothing to say.
No, we create life, and pregnancy is, I've never experienced that. But I have so much respect for every mother that's given birth because that's a pain that I can't even imagine. I get period cramps and I I'll tap out at that, but not a torn ACL. You know what I mean?
There was whispers that also you might have had a broken nose.
Okay, so.
Okay. I was gonna say I did hear some whispers.
Look at my side profile and you let me know.
No. It looks great to me.
And if I zoom.
Yeah.
So I am a frequent, I get nosebleeds all the time. You don't have to do anything to me. My nose will bleed.
Yeah.
I'm one of those, there was one time at the airport, my nose bled for 30 minutes. And this poor vieja came over to me and she was like, put a penny on your head.
I've heard that.
Stopped it in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah. So
you're super Puerto Rican for that one. I'm not gonna lie. That's
well, I mean, it worked.
Where the hell in 2025 do you even find a penny at to begin with? But
a real penny.
Right. I didn't have one, but she had one.
But you know what, Leanna? Can I say this? Okay, so what? Because I'm a coach, and so one thing we do too with people that have nosebleeds is right before you spar, if you put or fight, whatever, fight, you put an ice pack on your nose for 15 minutes, and it helps. So you don't have to get it cauterized. So it helps. Try it.
Well, I had gotten it cauterized 4 times.
Jesus.
And clearly it didn't work. So I'm just one of those. My camps, I'm a bleeder. If you've ever sparred me, I'll bleed in the first 2 rounds. And you won't have to hit me. If I get hot, it'll be that. Yeah. I have dry sinuses. I've woken up in the middle of the night with nosebleeds. So it's nothing new to me. So for everybody else, I think again, it's just showing who I am. Like you're gonna see someone that will go through anything and will get the job done.
How painful was it to go those 12 rounds? Because you couldn't really move. You had to really stay in the pocket. You know, you couldn't do it what you usually do.
Yeah.
How difficult was that to really just stand there and let them go? Because you really let it go in that fight.
You know, it's easy when there's people that believe in you, and it's easy when you have people that have invested so much into you, and you know, they see past what you see. So it was one of those where, you know, I just bit down on my mouthpiece, and I was like, I'm not letting her push me back. I'm going to get in her face, and I'm going to see who the dog is. And when it comes down to it, like, you're going to have to kill me to stop me, like, or like to get me to go away. Like there's nothing that will break me, you know? And I knew that no matter what, it was just, you know, having to be in that kind of situation to show that. So yeah, that was really it.
Yeah, and my man Sheldon just said, I just showed a clip on YouTube. Damn, adrenaline is a hell of a substance.
She's a dog.
Because at the moment with any fighter, we go through a lot. We'll try to fight through it. But the minute that last bell stops, you start feeling all those little aches and pains right immediately. Yeah. After you got that ring, you start feeling everything. So shout out to you, Leanna, for you know what I'm saying. Like first round, you know, you could have say anyone lesser. Let's be real, would just called it a night. Like it's over. But like you said, you were headlining main event. A lot was on the line. You wasn't even gonna let your leg hold you. You know what I'm saying? Hold you back. So that just shows a lot, not just about your character, but you know what I'm saying, how strong you are mentally as a fighter and as a woman.
Thank you so much.
So congrats. You know, so you know.
Well, and I think that's what it's about for me more than anything. It's about showing people that they have what I have. Everybody has it. It's just a matter of, like, you know, being under those circumstances and putting your back against the wall and you know, just getting that out of you. But I'm comfortable with being uncomfortable, and I think the other thing too was having that mandatory position on the line was like everything for me, because I've been chasing that Jasmine Ortega fight for over a year.
Right.
So it was like, you know, like after that first round, there was in that 10 second, not even 10 seconds, because I think I got up at like 7 seconds. In that amount of time in my head, all that was going through my head. Like, I got to figure it out.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. You know, you talk about your Puerto Rican roots, which I think is amazing and beautiful. But you're actually from Pennsylvania. Is that correct? Is that where you live?
You gotta go over there.
No, I live in Jersey.
In Jersey, okay.
But I moved to Jersey with my boyfriend maybe a year ago.
Awesome.
But I'm from Pennsylvania, yeah.
That's great. But I love the way that you carry your roots with you. You know, I think that's so important.
Your story's kind of crazy because you have no amateur experience. You were a basketball player, right?
Yeah.
And apparently you got into boxing because you were in the bars just blowing it out with people. Like, please, can you elaborate on that? Like, how does that happen?
I mean, like, okay, to preface everything, I'm a straight shooter, right? So, you know, my parents divorced randomly at like 11, 12 years old. And I think I was really angry, and I was also on birth control for like health reasons. They kind of just put me on it. And I think I was raging, and I used to beat girls up, like, and I not beat girls up. Like, I wasn't a bully. I wasn't a bully, and I hated bullies. But I was one of those people, like, I would say whatever I wanted, because like at the end of the day, if they wanted to fight, we could do whatever you want to do. Like, I'm gonna say what I want. I'm gonna do what I want. If you want to do something about it, we can do whatever. So I kind of got that in me when I was really young, and I grew up fighting, and then I had more fights as an adolescent than I did in the bars. Like, I think I beat up like 2 girls in the bar. So like, but my last like bar fight, you know, I was just told like I gotta do boxing as part of
good outlet.
Yeah.
So
They
like,
get paid.
what was
Yeah.
the fight about at the bar? Like, what motive? Like, what happened?
Oh, I was just in a talk.
Hey, motherfucker, get the drinks in them. They get everybody
I
gets
don't-
real cold. That's the bar.
Latina, you know what I mean? I wasn't playing about my man, but I was also stupid. So I was like,
Been
But
there.
listen. But like I said, though, people get that drink in their system and get that courage to start popping off in the bar.
No. The last bar fight, I was actually in the bar for probably like 30 seconds. I had just walked in, and the girl that I've been chasing for like a year, and I told her, when I see you, it's on site.
Damn.
Like, whatever that is. And I saw her and I just popped off because, like I said, that's just in me. Like I say and I do what I please. Like, if you want to rumble, we could do that, and I'll have respect for you after. We could be cool after. We don't have to be cool.
I'll buy
after.
you a drink after I whoop your ass.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be like that, or we could still not fuck with each other. It's whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Did they let you stay? Did they let you stay in the bar after that, or did you get thrown out?
No, I got banned.
That's what I'm saying. Ain't no drink. Ain't nobody having no. It's not the movies. Like we can have a shot. It's not the moment. Like yo.
You and I have so much in common. When I was a youngin' too, I didn't go into professional boxing. I just started having a bunch of babies, and then I got into boxing. But
11, crazy. Leanna, you know what I love about you? You remind me of my favorite fighter of all time, Hector Macho Camacho. That's my favorite fighter of all time. You remind me so much of him from the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the outfits. I don't know if you guys seen it.
I want to get that. Can we get an idea on when you get you? Because I love the ring attire. The ring attire is dope.
Oh, fire!
Like I said, I got my
shout out Lavera Design. She's done everything from my pro debut to now. Literally everything.
That's awesome.
I thought the Spider-Man was dope though. I ain't going front. The Spider-Man one was dope.
Thank you so much. I mean, I could give you guys a little insight. Like, when I'm fighting for titles, I'll normally do villains because, like I'm coming in to like be the bad guy. Like, I don't care to be the bad guy. And when I'm just fighting on like for, I don't want to say just nothing, but you know, I guess rankings and placement in the rankings, it's more like fun. It depends on how I'm feeling in that moment. Like, everything I do has meaning. Like, there's subliminal stuff to literally everything that I do. So like, I did that Spider-Man walkout because it was my overtime debut. I think Spider-Man's one of the best Marvel characters of all time. And I walked out to the song The Greatest by Rod Wave. So you put all that together and like you understand like more. Like, there's meaning to everything I do. And like, my last walkout, I had all kids that were fighting in the nationals walk out with me because I wanted them to come out with me and like see, like, you know, this is where you're gonna be. Like, stay on that path. And you know, everything I do, like I said, has purpose. But my great grandmother's last name is actually Camacho, and apparently,
oh my gosh,
I've never met this side of my family all the way there, but my great grandmother is apparently his cousin.
You guys,
what?
Yeah,
you guys remind me so. Yo, I swear, the way you talk, your arrogance. Yo, you're like an. I don't want to say this, but you're like an asshole. But I see you like.
I'm definitely a dickhead, and I'm definitely an asshole. But like,
you do it in a way where people love you. People are gonna love you. They're not
because I'm authentic. I'm not fake.
But I love how she keeps it still professional at the same time. Like she just said earlier.
Yes.
She has some words, whatever, but she still showed love and respect to her opponent. That says a lot. Some people just be assholes.
That's what I'm saying. There's some people hate it.
Grace. So I get it. Like, I get what she said too. Like, the moment you sign that contract, that you're telling me that
you want to whoop my ass.
In your heart that you have the taste to whoop my ass come to fight night. So
yeah,
I have a chip on my shoulder because you really think you want to go out here and embarrass me or take food off my
yes,
so
I love it.
I gotta dog you out.
And you know, I feel like I have more of a chip on my shoulder because like I really came from nothing. I don't have amateur experience. Like, I came from hard work and discipline and sacrifice and dedication. I really didn't come from anything other than the love for the sport. And that's the other thing I think with the growth of women's boxing, that it's so good that I came on the scene when I did, because I want to be a pivot for young women. And, you know, everybody has a different perspective and eye for boxing. And, you know, I want some people to say, yo, she's the greatest. Like, You know, it doesn't matter what she did. It doesn't matter what she accomplished because boxing can be political, but it mattered about like what she did to the game and what she did for who comes behind her.
And speaking of women's boxing, I mean, we've seen Most Valuable Promotions signing so many girls. You know, what are your thoughts on that? Are you one day wanting to be part of that, or are you good where you're at? What are your thoughts on the whole thing with Jake Paul scooping up everybody?
You know, I think it's honestly a great business move. I think, and what he's doing is only elevating women's boxing. So I can only really appreciate what he's doing because I feel like he's just doing what Turkey
Yeah,
and
doing with the
Bob
men.
Arum, you know what I mean? Bob
Yeah.
Arum, Golden Boy, like they all do that, but like he's just doing it in a different way because the women's scene is so much smaller. And you know, I don't agree with some of his signings off of a skill level. But as a businessman, I completely understand. And
Elaborate on that.
That's a good answer. Extreme going to get you in trouble. You can't be asking questions like that, Christine.
No,
I would love to be a part of something like that because, like I said,
No, just say though.
he has them.
We gotta be real though. We gotta be real though, because sometimes in boxing, people getting their feelings even on the business side when they want to fight and start speaking about.
Of course, but
I mean,
right.
let's talk about his last 5 signings. There's one girl on there in particular that.
I was gonna
Can you please let us know who that girl is though, because you about that
that.
smoke. No, I'm like Norris. I'm gonna say, can you please let us know
Hello.
who this girl is and why?
It's the fake champion, Jasmine Ortega, and I'm like,
oh shit.
But you know what? You're right. It's a business move because you know if you're a
Because
promoter,
another
you want
champion.
A and B,
Yep.
A and B side. Keep the
and
money
you
in
know
the house.
what? I think with grabbing her, like I don't like it on a skill level. You know what I mean?
Okay.
On a business level, I still respect it, and it's going to be even better because it's going to make the fight with me and her like even easier.
Yes.
So it's like, if she thinks she's being safe,
we do over here. We bring it out. We bring it out of you because we want to see the best fights out there. So like if you got speak, you know what I'm saying, speak from the heart. But I feel you. Like I said, you're not knocking her as a person, but you just feel like the skill level
you can beat her.
You know what I'm saying? You can bring more.
I just don't like her, to be honest. Like I think she's a fake boxer. I don't like people who put up facades. I don't, and you know, like I don't think, like I can give credit when credit's due, and I don't like haters, and like I don't like when people can't like give me my credit and my respect. And once you don't give me that, I'm like, okay, I don't like you because you're clearly blind, like, or you're just like purposely like missing the point of me as a fighter. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So like, I just don't like her to begin with, and like, I don't even respect the fact that she blocked me off everything.
Oh
like,
wow!
Yeah, everything.
Okay, don't worry. We'll make sure she gets tagged in this clip.
Yeah, everything. I mean, and the thing is too that I can't respect is like telling fake stories. Like, you know, like be somebody of like say what it is. Like, yeah, you offered me a fight and I denied it, but I denied it off 10 days notice. And
it's got to make sense.
Like, and you're an undefeated fighter. I'm an undefeated fighter. And at that, I cut like at least 15 pounds.
I'm with you. 10 days notice is crazy though.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, and don't fake the funk, because like I will fight you, but like give me an 8-week camp. That's all I'm asking. You know what I mean? Like, so I actually said to her, I want to say after that fight, she offered me that in September of 20 no. I think it was February of 2023 or 2024. Might have been something like that. And then I offered her in August of 2024 when I was fighting Mally Skangloff instead. I wanted to fight Jasmine Ortega, offered her a title, 8-week camp, all that. And her manager was like, she's not fighting her. And I have the screenshot of that. And, you know, like, just say what it is. Like, don't, like, if you don't.
That's why you got blocked. That's why you got blocked now. You're out there putting out too much truth.
Wow. But I don't play that. I don't play that. Don't pull my card and then like think I'm not gonna like show up. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. I don't do that. I'm too real for that.
And besides Jasmine, who else is on your hit list?
You know, off of a pride thing and maybe a little ego thing, Christina Cruz. because she's a Cruz, and I don't like the fact that like you think of Cruz.
That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. You want to beat somebody up and put them on cruise control.
She's a good boxer too. She's a good boxer, but it's like, let's see who's a better Cruz. And when you think of Cruz, who are you going to think of? You're going to think of Leanna Cruz. You're not going to think of anyone. You're not going to think of
any other girl, Christine. I know. I'm just saying that's your girl. That's my girl.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I guess
Puerto Rican. Shout
out Christina, but you know what, Christina and Leanna, that would be a good matchup.
Put that on MVP card.
Stylistically, absolutely, because
I would love to see
she's a superior boxer. I completely disagreed with her stoppage against Gabriela Fundora, and I do believe that she was getting ready to expose Gabriela Fundora. I don't want to say completely expose. I guess show vulnerability.
Put some chinks in the armor. Put some chinks in the armor. I'll give it you.
Yeah. Let's do Leanna Cruz and Christina Cruz, guys. Let's get it done. Let's do it.
I'm with that. And at that, like I said, she's in the
rankings. Day Parade weekend. Puerto Rican Day Parade weekend. That'll be a big one.
I want the Jasmine fight.
I think the other fight that the Puerto Rico and the island, like I think they're chasing is me versus Crystal Ortiz. And I think that would be a great fight, but I think I'm too strong for her. I think I'm
a good one.
Bully her. I think she's too little for me. I think she has great skills, but I think I'm just the superior athlete. But I do think that would be a great matchup, and I think it would be something for the fans to like want. That's a fight that people would want to see.
Pretty much, as my baby girl Serenity would say, she wants to put belt to ass to everybody around and in her division.
Yes.
Shout out to Friendly. Belt to ass for everybody.
Yeah, no doubt. The other one really is Mizuki Haruta. I think she's been ducking me. I think she's been.
You know what I like the most about you though, Leanna, right now? The fact that you're very well aware who is out there, and you know what I'm saying, you know they bring tickles. A lot of us as fighters, we don't be paying attention or be knowing who's around or who's coming up. I can see what her
female.
Leanna knows everybody in and around that division, and she's not afraid to mention their name. Some fighters be like, whatever comes up, I'm gonna just, whatever my man. No, she's out there making it a point that listen.
She's making a list.
No disrespect.
Yeah, no, I have about 10 girls lined up in my head, like who I
love it. HOD. No, I love that. But again, like I said, women are built different. We're just built different.
It's true.
We know exactly what we want, how we want it, when we want it. Y'all are just like,
but
whatever.
The other thing is too, like I do want to be aware of like who's out there, and like like I think the other thing that I do well as a fighter that a lot of just fighters in general don't do is I capitalize off of what my opponent does well. And I take that away instead of, capitalizing off their weaknesses. A lot of people, you take away what their best thing, they don't have a plan B.
Yeah. I love it. Oh my God. So you have some great coaches too, because that is my
coaches. I was brought up with Dave Hamilton from Allentown, PA, up until I was 7-0, and I went with Rufus Rivera and Luigi Rodriguez after I was 7-0, and that's when I went to Philly. And I think I took off mentally, and I think that mental transition like got to me physically so easily with them. So my coach, my head coach is not only like my coach, he's one of my best friends, he's my mentor. Like awesome. He keeps me on my toes, he keeps me humble, he keeps me aware, he keeps it real with me. So it's just I feel like I have people that are like me around me, and that only will help me elevate and grow.
That's so important. So important.
I can't just bypass what you said about my girl Gabriela Fundora, because you guys are my top 5. I love you guys. Like you, Gabby, Lupe. You said you got kinks in her armor. I need you to elaborate on that, Leanna.
I think I'd beat her. I think I'd beat Gabriela Fundora. Like I think my footwork's too much for her. I think I'm too tricky. Like I'm too twitchy. She has a great she knows her range really well. And she has a great left hand and right hook. But that's really all she has. She can't fight going back. She can only fight and stand there. My angles and my feet would destroy her, and I'm comfortable clearly in the pocket. And I think if my ACL isn't going to take me out, I don't think another woman will take me out. I just don't.
Argue that, Norbs.
Oscar, make it happen. Oscar, Eric, make that shit happen.
Puerto Rico versus
when she heals,
Puerto Rico versus Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm with everything. I'm with everything. I just want the best fights because boxing nowadays is very political, and it's to the point where I'm like, I just want to be shown as the fighter that wasn't afraid to take the risks and be the best and fight the best. And if she couldn't get the belt, she did fight the best competition and names that were out there.
Somebody's asking what's up with the Michael Myers masks in the background.
Oh, do you like them? My
are
boyfriend
fire.
is so into horror. He has like 2 more, but
bring that back up.
have like a little collectible there too.
Is there a fighter in mind that once you beat them, you'll feel you've reached your pinnacle?
I don't believe so. I don't think that anyone is going to make me feel like I reached my pinnacle. I don't think I'm ever going to stop wanting to get better. I think right now with me being 8 days post-op, I've realized how much chasing something means to me, whether it's boxing, whether it's like, going out to talk to young girls at schools or like anything like that and elevating in some way. So I don't know if that will ever come. And I think the day that I do walk away from boxing is going to be a very bittersweet and very hard moment for me. But I feel like it's going to be one of those that I might just be forced because I don't know how to live without this.
Speak on that with the kids. You really like, I see a lot of your posts. You're with the kids. You have the kids walk out with you.
Yeah.
I mean, let us in with that. Like, what's the inspiration behind that?
The kids are our future, and I always like, I had my dad through my childhood, and like, I had my mom in and out, and but I had my dad, and it's hard raising a young girl as like a single parent, and I'm like raging and all that, and I think back to that heavily. And not a lot of people will know this, but I'm not afraid to speak on me or my truth, but I had a suicide attempt in 2017. And I think I've always thought about being the person that I needed in those moments, and like just knowing like what you're capable of and all that. So it's one of those where, I just want to show kids like you're so much more than how you feel in those moments, and just know that when you feel down, the only way is up. So like you can embrace the ups, but embrace the downs too, because there's just perspectives on way to look at it. And I think that's where it comes down to me being so like emotionally attached to kids, because nowadays the internet's mean, and there's a lot of instant gratification, and I want to be an authentic athlete. I don't want to be someone that like fakes the funk. Like if you follow me, you've known and seen when I'm fucking going through it, because like I'll put it out there that I'm fucking going through it. But I don't shy away from anything like that. Like I want people to know that like we're human, and just like be you and stay true to you, and you'll live a happy life, because there's people out here that don't like me, and I don't care.
Leanna, you are, I'm feeling you, girl, because I'm gonna get with you. I'm gonna message you later, because that is why I have a nonprofit boxing gym, and I do the same thing. If you're ever in Texas, you got to come speak to my kids, because honestly, that is exactly why. Because you would be who you didn't have when you were coming up. That person that cared about you, that you could talk to, and same way. And we should all be that way. You don't like us, don't watch. Bye.
Yeah. Like you can easily turn off the TV. You can, if you don't like the way I sound, mute me. If you don't like the way I look the other way. Like it's your life. Yeah, like you know what I mean.
Get off my shit.
Right.
Yes, girl.
It's really easy for those
kind
of
things. Sitting back, listening, let y'all have y'all moves like.
I love this girl. This is why she's Puerto Rico's next superstar.
It's like,
I've been telling you.
I'm feeling the vibe and energy over here, so we're just letting y'all have y'all. You know what I'm saying, girls?
I can so relate to this. I love it. I
love where you came from, like, because like mental health is I'm a big advocate for it.
Yes.
So like. From you sharing that with us, that was powerful alone, because let's be honest, a lot of people, suffer in silence, and you know what I'm saying, and they're battling with their demons in silence. But like for you to openly put it out there, and also say that, listen, I want to share my story. the best way possible, and I get out there with the kids, and that says a lot about your character. Like you may be one way in that ring, which is expected of you, but outside that ring, like I said, what I love the most is that you're still, you're a decent human being, and you do have a heart, and you try to get back and show that love to everyone out there who shows you love. So much love and respect for that.
Thank you so much.
Well, and even bigger than that too, there's a lot of people that think they're the only ones that go through this stuff. That they're the only they're the only ones that maybe try to take their life, or that they had a broken family or trouble in their childhood. Mm-hmm. And then they can see you and the things that you've done, and they're like, you know what? She gives me motivation. I can do it too. Mm-hmm. So, girl, we're gonna talk. We're gonna talk.
Yeah, no, that's like I said, the whole point, and I think me being Latina makes it even better because when I grew up like right outside of Allentown, and I went to school in Whitehall, and I was like I went to a suburban school, but like I lived closer to the city. You know what I mean? Like the bridge was a minute away from me, and all I had to do was walk, and I'm on 8th Street. So I grew up with two different kind of lives because I would see the city life, and like I was surrounded by a lot of like white girls. So it was very different. You know what I mean?
You lived my life.
But that's what I mean. Like finding even that, like, and people can relate and say, I'm sure that they've been in my shoes, but they haven't given they don't have a platform to like speak on that or have that. But I'm grateful that I do, and I'm grateful that boxing has opened that up for me, because I don't think without that I would be the person I am in boxing today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is why she's Puerto Rico's next superstar. Bad Bunny, I expect you for an announcement from my girl right here. The only bone I have to pick with you, I'm not going to lie. And it broke my heart.
Here we go.
It broke my heart. No, it really did. I'm watching the weigh-ins, and you came out with a Saquon Barkley Eagles jersey. Like, you don't understand what that did to me.
Stop it. Listen.
Are you really an Eagles fan, or you just did that to rep Philly? Please don't tell me that.
I'm a Saquon Barkley fan.
So you were a Giants fan?
Yes. I went to high school with Say. I grew up with him. I've known him.
And the story right there. You grew up with him. And the story.
And as soon as he was coming to Philly and I'm fighting out of Philly, I'm like, hell yeah! Like, why not?
Respect.
The other jersey I was even trying to get was Jahan Dotson, and I mean, I didn't grow up with him, but he's in the Valley with us, and Say played against him, and he went to Penn State, so. He's in Philly, and it's just one of those kind of like, I support you because you're coming out of Philly, and like, we grew up together. Like I saw Say come up.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Now you're like 100% my favorite fighter. Just because you're a Giant. No, that really broke my heart. Like I was
believe it because he's gonna have someone else. He'll probably have
I love
Jasmine Ortega on tomorrow, and he's gonna tell her the same thing.
Don't do it like that, Christine. Don't do it like that.
I don't think he would do me like that.
We've seen it before, right? Right, Jamel? We've seen it before.
Jamel, you know.
I mean, listen. 3 days ago, it was Scott Nicholson.
I like it.
We had Tierra on. It was Tierra Brown.
Thank you, Leanna. Thank you, Leanna. 3 days ago, it was Scott Nicholson. I'm just saying.
Well, hold on. So let me tell you the Scott Nicholson situation. I do it to bust her chops because of the Tierra Brown thing. I have nothing to do with that. But you, Lupe, and Gabby are my favorites. Those three right there are my favorites.
All right. Well, just remember, I call it how I see it. So if I hear anything otherwise, I'm gonna mess.
Leanna, I'm with you.
Damn, I moved down the rankings.
Let them know.
Don't listen to them. But I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you're a busy woman.
I literally have nothing, but thank you for having me on here.
Well, so can you give us a hint of your next?
What's the window for healing up though?
I was gonna ask you that.
Yeah, what's the window for healing? What they said about how long it's gonna take me to heal up, and what is your team preparing for what's next, or what do you have in mind that you want to do next after you heal up and are at 100% again?
No, I'm fighting Jasmine Ortega next. We signed that. My fight with Regina Chavez was for that fight with Jasmine Ortega. We signed that with the WBA. There's no more running. And like I said, I think with her signing with MVP, she might think she's safe. She's not.
No, she's not. The check is bigger, but she's not safe. You know, right. The check is just bigger.
Right. So I'm definitely fighting her, but recovery is going to be a long road. They said 6 months.
Okay.
I'm looking at it like I'm taking it 8 weeks at a time because 8 weeks is a camp.
There you go.
Camp's
exactly.
camps go so quick.
Yes.
You know, and I'm 8 days out, and I got myself dressed, and I was able to walk up and down the steps multiple times. So I know I'm on the right path to healing, and I'm gonna get better quick. But I want to be better than I was. So I'm not gonna really show any boxing or anything like that until I feel like I'm there.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you, girl.
Thank you so much.
Yes, that's amazing.
Well, Leanna, let them know where they can find you, man. I'm gonna let you go. I definitely appreciate you. Thank you for finally. And this is the only person I've chased for a year. And
don't let him fool you.
Yeah, I'm
okay. It's okay. Like I'm terrible with social media, but I'm glad you did chase me because this was awesome, and I definitely appreciate your guys' time to talk to me and get my story out there too. And thank you so much for the support and watching my fights too. So it means so much, and for everyone watching, thank you. And my Instagram is Leanna Cruz with 2 U's. My Facebook's Leanna Cruz. You can YouTube me, whatever. Yeah, find me, follow me, and yeah.
Do you have any merchandise? Somebody's asking.
If you have any merch, someone asked that.
No, not yet. I'm working on it. I think
good time
is the time to get that going. So
you're doing the commentating. You're doing good. People loving it.
Yeah, I want to definitely capitalize on that more, and I want to interview fighters. So, like, maybe I'll be in like your kind of position. I'll come to you guys for some advice on.
I mean, look at me. Look at me right now.
Right.
And I said, yes, I'm saying, and I started off, saying no disrespect to my man Norris, but I started rocking with Christina now.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all tune in to Women Crushing It Wednesdays too, and put that out there right now. I gotta put that out there too.
Love that.
Gotta show them love. They gave me a platform.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Camacho's cousin, we love you.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for having me.
Leanna.
You guys take care.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. I can't believe you lied to that woman since she was on my face.
You lied.
I love Leanna.
Look at the chat. The chat even knows you.
I'm offended that you guys would lie. I love this girl. I've been chasing her for like a year for an interview. I'm not gonna lie, but she's a star.
She's amazing. I like her a lot. She's up there. She's up there for me. I like her.
She gives a lot to edit. Oh man, it's gonna be tough.
Man, seriously. So get to work.
See what I'm saying? She called everybody. She spoke her shit. She said Ortega is next.
Yes.
This one over here is a bum, pretty much.
I don't. HLD's like in love. This guy's.
Yeah, no, HLD. Yeah, I was looking. I couldn't keep up with my man in the comments, but listen, I'm actually happy though because usually HLD be on here giving everybody hell. So
me hell.
For him to show some love, I'm with it.
Puerto Rican, he good.
He hates me. I don't know what I ever did to him.
He doesn't hate you. He just knows you, and he's calling it like he sees it.
Because I seen H going on the other day with Christine's post. He said, "God forbid anybody has a damn opinion." But I'm with him though. That's nothing. Whatever we say on here, it's opinion, people.
Opinions.
We don't listen.
We got
but sometimes those opinions, those do serve facts within the opinion, though. So it's like y'all gotta chill, take it with a grain of salt.
Facts.
We're here. We're cool with debating. We're not saying we know everything with boxing or we know everything that goes on with a fight. But at the same time, y'all gotta stop taking things to heart, man.
Yeah,
that's including fighters as well. Y'all gotta stop taking everything to heart.
And I'm like, Leanna, you don't like me? I don't care. Stop following me. I don't care.
They're not gonna do that though. They want some people. Yeah, I understand, Christine. Some people get off just arguing and debating with everything that someone has to say. At the end of the day, you've seen that I go through it all the damn time. At this point, I just take it as a joke.
Me too. I
keep it moving.
I don't even waste my time.
Oh, there's our favorite girl, PJ. Now listen.
There she go. Where you been at, P?
I really believe she's Puerto Rico's next superstar. I'm not gonna lie.
She's awesome. She's amazing. Like for real.
She just keeps out there winning, and the fighting was expected, but for you to be a showman and actually, bring energy and a different look to boxing, that's what's going to put her over.
I'm serious. Like she reminds me of me when I was younger, and like, oh my God, like a lot of her stories similar to mine. It's crazy. I'm like, yes, girl. Listen, I'm rooting for her.
Listen, this girl fought, was it 10 rounds or whatever it was? on a torn knee. I mean,
Yeah.
that's legendary. Like
Hey,
if it was a
that's a
male,
woman for you.
yeah. Oh my God. If that was anybody else, forget about it. It would be everywhere, and it should be. And she went toe to toe. She did it. I totally respect her, and I wish her the best. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too. And guys, I got nothing but love for y'all, but I gotta go. I got some kids and some adults to train, so I'm out of jail. So peace. I will catch y'all whenever Monday at 8, 9, 10, whatever Norbs decides.
No. We're gonna
they be barking on you on the phone, like, "Hey, you up? What's up?" What? Like, nah, I had my alarm, but now I thought it was going on 10. My bad, everyone.
I made a mistake because I was gonna bring Leanna on at 10. I didn't want to, Oh, why did I spell the goddamn name? I didn't want to how do you call that shit? I didn't want to mess it up, so I wanted to make sure she was good.
You good. We made it. But now I gotta go. Peace.
Bye. What the fuck? I didn't even know I spelled the name wrong. I'm really bad at this spelling.
PJ at it again, boy. Let's go, P. Let's pull up my girl P. Pull up my girl P.
What you say now? What did this?
See it? She had a whole lot to say. Pull up my girl P.
Hold on. Let me get to that. I just want to fix these names. I didn't realize I messed up her name.
I see you, P. He's slacking, but you cut up my man HLD. What's going on? Like, what's going on in the chat? Like, why are we? It's
happened?
Friday, y'all. It's Friday. Okay, she said HLD's pathetic. And hey, y'all, I apologize. See, Christine left too early. We gotta put this out there. I apologize going off on Christine. I will always clap when it comes to my girl Claressa. Respect to that. But she apologized to the mistake to
What?
See, I mean, P, did I get it right, P? I don't know what he not seeing on the screen. I'm reading it.
Oh, I'm fixing it. I
like, oh, remember, my girl said she had and me and her spoke with a side. P cleared it up. You know what I'm saying? She cool. Like I said, she ain't mean no harm. But again, she had to say what she had to say.
She said, "Hey, Chelsea is pathetic, and hey, y'all, apologies going off on Christine. I will always clap when it comes to my girl Claressa, but she apologized to the mistake to you. Oh God, please. HLD is very racist. Oh my God, I don't know what's going on. HLD, I don't know. He will deny it, but the guy is an effing clown. PJ, come on, man. It's too early. You're gang banging on.
It's Friday.
Yeah,
let me make sure. Yeah, it's Friday. I had to make sure it was Friday. HLD, you my HLD, man. Yo.
Did I not tell you that Leanna was going to be great? Didn't I tell you Leanna was going to be great? She's awesome.
Leanna Cruz came on, brought that heat on here. You know, the bar fights. Now we got my girl. Thank you, P. I love you too. You know what I'm saying? You got my girl out here ready to fight everybody. Got my man HLD saying everybody's the fans. Well, let's move on to the next topic.
HLD was Twitter flirting the whole time. I was like,
look at my man over here, H. Look at H over here.
Look what he said. He said, Leanna loved the new hair look. Then I'm bien boricua. Look at this guy flirt. She's got a boyfriend, dude. Like, chill out, man. He's like a UFC fighter.
It happens like that. If your girl look good, you better be prepared for this, that, one, the third coming out the woodwork. We know it's just life.
Life. But Jamel, I'm down to go on tomorrow. But whatever pops up.
We did not bump that. We didn't see. We this is why we got on early. We got 10 minutes, at least 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We didn't get to the you wanted to speak on the Keyshawn thing.
Oh shit! Talk about it. Let's bring it up.
I want to see some of y'all in the comments because honestly, like, I get it. It seems like it's a topic that keeps being pulled back into the circle. But at the same time, he just recently did an interview with Ariel.
Yeah, Ariel.
And I kind of got like, I love my man Keyshawn, but I kind of got like,
he's lost.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It just didn't hit. It just didn't hit because he said he was focused or whatever, and he was the most disciplined he'd been in camp. But you can't say that. And then when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, the more important part, not only just making the weight, but making the fight happen. We didn't get any of that. And then you know, like I said, he said, you know, and again, I know he had his struggles with making the weight with the Baranchik fight, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But he claims that he didn't want to fight at 135, but his team suggested that, you know, he fought at least defending his title at 135 before going to 140. So it's like, you know, I don't know. It seemed like there's some things over there that he may need to sit down with a team about because, you know, he's saying one thing, but then he says his team wanted to do another thing. So, like we just said, even with Tank, everybody gotta get on the same page, man. What you think from the interview, Norris? For real.
I think the biggest take you could take from his interview is that he doesn't seem to be taking full accountability. And I think in an instance like this, that's what's turning off the public. It's his team. He didn't want to do 140. The truth is going to come out sometime. It's like, dude, like, A, it's way too late, right? B, you're still not taking full accountability. You're still passing off the blame, and it's a turnoff for a lot of people, especially people that didn't get paid or whatnot for that fight. And I think that's what people are getting. He just doesn't seem genuine in the situation. And I think he is genuine, to be honest with you. But he's still not taking full accountability, Jamal. And I think that's the biggest issue with Keyshawn, and it's rubbing everyone the wrong way.
And he said, you know, people seen him laughing, eating popcorn after the canceled fight. He said, then he said he felt that he was misunderstood, and people are blaming his upbringing for masking his emotions. You know what I'm saying? He said, I learned to build barriers so no one can see me get hurt. I get that. I respect that. I understand. Sometimes people do. I know a lot of people that build barriers and mask their emotions, but it's the way how you present it. You know what I'm saying? Because people listen, when the cameras are rolling, you know what I'm saying, they're rolling and they're looking at everything you're doing, following up after everything that's going on. So I understand it. You know what I'm saying? He felt like the way he acted with the whole popcorn and everything, it was masking his feelings. Okay, cool, but it's just the way that it looked on camera and how he went about it. And then on top of that, he took so long to basically, you know, come up with a statement about everything that happened afterwards.
No, absolutely, and it's just weird the way he's moving. Like, it just doesn't make any sense, man. He looks confused. You can tell a lot about somebody through their eyes, and when you see him and you look in his eyes when he's doing his interviews, he just kind of looks like he's trying to figure it out as he's going, and doesn't really feel like it just doesn't feel genuine. And I think that's a big issue. And you know, I like Keyshawn. I think he's a star, and you know what he's going through now, I think is I think people see for what it is, and they're like, "Yo, his pockets are hurting. He didn't get paid, and he's trying to fix it because he needs a fight."
And no, the crazy thing, like I said, this is, and then we just spoke with Leanna, with Leanna.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. He says this isn't an excuse, and bringing up needing therapy. He says he's overwhelmed and burnt out since 2021. It's 2025. I mean, and that's a lot. If you've been burnt out for, you know what I'm saying, the past 4 years, you know what I'm saying, it could be something going on with him mentally, you know what I mean? Because like I said, he said he was burnt out since 2021. And then he says, you know what I'm saying, I was just venting, I'm not making excuses.
No, you're making
but how do we separate real mental health challenges from fighters avoiding accountability at the end of the day?
No, absolutely, and that's the thing. You could say you're not taking accountability, bro. And you know, somebody really needs to sit with him and just be like, "Look, bro, like you could have nipped this in the bud a long time ago, and you chose to just be quiet on the situation. You chose to leave people out there and to make their own decision. And it's unfortunate for somebody as talented as Keyshawn, but it's gonna hurt his pockets. You know, he said, "I'm gonna take."
That's something I'm gonna bring up too, bro. He says, you know, he did mention that he's not suspended. He says he's not suspended yet, but the commission is reviewing things. Yeah. He may face fines or suspension eventually. And then he also says, you know, top rank, they haven't turned their backs on him, but he admits that it's going to be harder for them to promote him now.
No, and Top Rank has a deep roster. I mean, they got a lot of big fights ahead of them. We might get a Teofimo versus Shakur. That's a possibility. They have a lot of fighters with Brian Norman. So, you know, you were in a position where you were the guy that they were kind of stepping out for. They lost Shakur, and they kind of pushed you to the forefront. They were promoting it. You was one of the people that people wanted to see against Gervonta. And it feels like people are killing you because not that you were handed it, but you were pushed ahead of a lot of people and didn't appreciate it. And And, it sucks
I
right
mean,
now.
yeah, he said he admitted it, bro. He said, listen, I admitted it. I was riding on my high horse. I was cocky. I felt
Yeah.
untouchable.
Yeah.
He says now he's rebuilding through God. Praise God and family. He said he'll return when he's mentally ready, and it could be 6. He said 6 months or 2 years. Debate.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think, and we were talking about last time. I don't think it's voluntary his year off. I think it's really, Top Rank kind of like, look, yeah, you didn't appreciate it. Ernest Johnson says, Mel, that's bogus though. We've seen far more fighters do way worse and not get dropped. I don't think he's gonna get dropped.
No, he ain't getting hell. No, he ain't getting. Listen. The man has unbelievable talent, bro. He has unbelievable talent.
Yep.
It's not. If you notice, we did not once mention anything with his talent. Keyshawn is the truth. You know what I'm saying? Keyshawn it could be one of those next. It's that what I'm saying. People are more concerned on just the antics and how he carries himself as a talented champion, because he is a champion. Regardless if he did, what I'm saying, whatever, he won the title, he's a champion. So people are more concerned about, how he carries himself as a champion. We'll never put his skill and talent on the line. I think Keyshawn's one of the best out there, and is only getting better. He gets better with every fight. Yep. So it definitely is in Top Rank. They see that because, bro, me and Norm we just had a discussion. What was it last week? Matter of fact, about how Top Rank did the brothers. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? And then they came out. They finally came out and said we were never signed. We were never signed with Top Rank. But also, like I said, my man Keon, he's fighting August 30th elsewhere in Nebraska on a different card. It's not a Top Rank card. I don't believe Top Rank is funding it. But that goes to show you that despite everything going on, because saying it was all in that situation, whatever. And that was stuff for Kelvin. Shout out to Kelvin, but Top Rank they let Kelvin go because he took a loss. He took a loss. Saying? It's how this is the business. Keon pretty much got got released or whatever you want to put it, even though he wasn't signed, whatever, but he got basically shown elsewhere because of the incident, the same incident that Keyshawn was in. But Top Rank is sure as hell not gonna let Keyshawn go, because Keyshawn is despite he brings in views. I'm pretty sure now with all the incident, people are definitely tuned in to see how he reacts moving forward. But at the same time, people are still going to tune in. So yeah, Top Rank is definitely not going to release Keyshawn. But again, people like myself and others, we just expect more for Keyshawn because we know Keyshawn can bring to the table. We know he's a hell of a talent, and we just want to see him do better. That's it.
You know what's crazy, and I love this what Ernest Johnson just said. I think people are overlooking this. He's from Hampton, Virginia. He was so sad for the situation, been waiting for someone to pick up the mantle, and then he follows up with, plus we got a brand new casino being built on the water in Norfolk. I feel like the city, the town, everything. Yeah. I feel like he let them down big time, and I think
that's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. On that side, yeah, people are very disappointed, and rightfully so, Ernest. And then he feels it. He apologized. He said what he said, even though we could take whatever we would say we want, but apology, whatever. That's everybody's opinion. But I get it. Like Norm saying, on the business side, yes, it hurt a lot. But in terms of his talent and everything, I think his talent will still give him that window of opportunity to showcase and rebuild and give him another a second chance. And we just have to see what he does from there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I listen. Shout out to Keyshawn. I hope he does what he needs to do. He's a very talented, and I spelled the goddamn thing wrong again. He's a very talented fighter. Hopefully things fix up for him, but it's gonna be a process. It's definitely gonna be a process with him, and God bless him, man. He just has to realize too. A lot of great athletes have been through a lot of different things. You just got to become a bigger person over the situation, but he definitely has to understand the position he's in, that he is a star and he has a responsibility to the people that buy tickets for him, and that's just the facts. On that note, Jamel, listen, I'm free all weekend. I'm ready to go. So we got some makeup shows for these guys. Shout out to all the haters out there. I see some haters in there earlier. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the people that's tuning in. We got about 400.
Y'all asses was tuned in though. Hating ass motherfucker. I was tuned in though.
You know how it goes. Shout out to Leanna Cruz, Puerto Rico's next superstar. That's what I believe. Gave us a great interview, and we're gonna continue. There's a couple of females been hitting us up for interviews. Shout out to these males. Like, where are you guys? Like, you guys don't. These guys be fine, man. But on that note, Jamal, I will hit you up. Let me get to some editing. I'm gonna edit a couple
Going
clips.
back to bed.
Yeah, and I'm out of here. My
Going
guy.
back to bed, y'all.
We out of here.